We've got the Honda HR-V and the Subaru Crosstrek in our comparison.
So the fastest growing segment in the auto industry is the subcompact crossover, and our favorite has been the Crosstrek, so this should be good. Welcome to the Motormouth YouTube channel. I'm Zach.
I'm Andrea.
And if you like this comparison, we do them every week, so it'd be great if you could subscribe. Let's get into it.
The Honda HR-V has just one engine option, a 2-liter 4-cylinder matched to a CVT, 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive options are available. Honda has announced an HR-V hybrid will be coming, but the timing hasn't been confirmed yet.
The Crosstrek has 3 powertrain options. The base is a 2-liter 4-cylinder and a CVT with a 6-speed manual transmission available. It has 152 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque. There's a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine only sold with the CVT. It has 182 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque. In Canada, this engine is available on the Outdoor and Limited trims. In the US, it's the Sport and Limited. There's also a Crosstrek plug-in hybrid with a combined 148 horsepower, available in the US and only in the province of Quebec.
Boy, the Crosstrek has a lot of powertrain options, so there is something for every budget with this model.
Plus, you can get a manual transmission. That's very rare. And it comes with all-wheel drive in the manual transmission. A lot of other crossovers, if you get the manual, it's just front-wheel drive only.
Yeah.
So the HR-V, the best way we described it was adequate power, not really that satisfying. The nice thing is the Crosstrek has the larger 2.5-liter engine, and our advice to you is if you're shopping for a Crosstrek, if you can afford it, that's the one to get.
I think a lot of people are wondering, why didn't Honda bring out the 1.5T in the HR-V like the Civic has? I think it would have been a great idea just to offer a little bit more power. The torque figure in the HR-V is very low.
When we get to the fuel economy and our vital stats in a little while, it's a big difference, the fuel economy. The HR-V, not that good.
The HR-V offers a comfortable drive, and it's easy to maneuver in and out of city traffic. It offers 7 inches of ground clearance, which is less than the Crosstrek at 8.7 inches. For city driving, the HR-V's power is sufficient, but when accelerating quickly or passing on the highway, it does feel a bit sluggish and the cabin gets louder. The HR-V's available real-time all-wheel drive with intelligent control has been retuned to send more engine torque to the rear wheels when things get slippery. And Honda has added hill descent control for more control on steep, slippery declines. A new snow mode has also been added that alters the drive ratios and throttle to maximize available traction and performance in harsher winter conditions. In Canada, blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert are standard. In the US, these features are available one-up from the base model.
The Crosstrek is fun to drive. It has lively steering and a smooth ride. It offers excellent ground clearance for off-road capabilities and winter driving. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system is engineered to deliver confidence to the driver in all seasons. Models equipped with the CVT have what's called X mode, which helps tackle harsher conditions utilizing the traction and stability control. The outdoor trim comes equipped with the dual-function X mode, which lets the driver select either snow or dirt. In Canada, all models with an automatic transmission come with that standard EyeSight technology. In the US, it's available on the base trims, standard on the Sport model and above. So we mentioned earlier the Crosstrek is available with a manual transmission. That's one of the big differentiators is you don't get the EyeSight system with the manual.
No.
You have to get the CVT. And also, what's one of the standout features of the Crosstrek, Andrea? Quiet it is.
Yes, well, Consumer Reports actually gave it an excellent rating for a quiet cabin. It's at the top of the list, so I think that's really impressive, especially for the subcompact category. You don't typically, find a really quiet vehicle. Although I didn't find the HR-V to be too bad, except when accelerating on the highway quickly. That's where you're going to run into a few issues.
But every car, when you accelerate quickly on the highway, makes more noise. It's just what is palatable to you.
Very true. A lot of people turn to Subaru for their all-wheel drive system. It gives them the confidence, especially if you're living in a place where you have heavy snow or deep snow. We had the Forester one time, it snowed here, and I just loved it. I did have the confidence to tackle some of those wintry conditions.
It also came with Ace winter tires, which makes a big difference. But whether you get the Crosstrek, the Forester, any of the Subaru products, they all have the same ground clearance, 220 millimeters. So that's one of the hallmarks of their brand, is they come out of the box ready to go down some gravel or snow.
The HR-V is over 9 inches longer and almost 3 inches wider than the previous model. The exterior has more of a European design with a black honeycomb-style grille, body-colored door handles and side mirrors, LED headlamps, LED brake lights, standard 17-inch wheels, available 18-inch in the US, and a temporary spare tire. For a sleeker look, the Sport model is the trim to buy, with a more aggressive horizontal theme mesh black grille, black side mirrors, a gloss black spoiler, and a chrome exhaust finisher.
The Crosstrek has an athletic exterior design with a wide stance, rugged black cladding on the wheel arches, body-colored door handles, standard roof rails, LED combination tail lamps, and 17-inch wheels with a temporary spare tire. The outdoor trim ups the sportiness with gunmetal paint accents, bolder front bumpers, wheel arches, and then you get 18-inch wheels. The Crosstrek comes standard with an auto on-off headlight package, which features an enhanced illumination pattern for better visibility. On the higher-end trims, you get steering responsive LED headlamps with high beam assist.
Now, when it comes to looks, they're both very different. I think that Honda's done an excellent job with the HR-V. Some think it's a little bit boring and uninspiring, but I like the direction that Honda's taking.
Yeah, I don't mind it either, but the Crosstrek has a real sort of weekend warrior vibe to it. A lot of people gravitate towards that. It's your city commuter Monday to Friday on the weekend. You put a kayak on the roof or skis. That's their whole vibe at Subaru.
Yeah.
And the looks of it go along with that. Now, we should mention that for 2023 was really the schedule for Crosstrek to come out with a new model. Japan has delayed it a year, so it's going to come as a 2024 model. So the one that you're seeing here will be carried over for at least one more year.
Here's our used car alternative from CanadaDrives.ca. We chose a 2019 Subaru Crosstrek convenience model with over 66,000 kilometers for just under $30,000. Click on the tab or the link in the description below to find more vehicles in this category from CanadaDrives.ca.
The HR-V is built on Honda's enhanced global architecture that combines the best of the CR-V platform with the 11th generation Civic platform. Honda says the interior of the HR-V is a fresh take on the brand's new simplicity and something design direction, which we saw for the first time in the 2022 Civic. The outward visibility has improved, creating a more open cabin with a striking honeycomb mesh accent that stretches from door to door across the dash and hides the air vents. Premium materials are used throughout the interior of this new HR-V. It is a curved center console that is upholstered and stitched with French stitching and has a clever pass-through complete with USB charging ports and is ideal for storing small items like your smartphone. Standard features include a 7-inch touchscreen and a 7-inch driver display, wired Apple Carplay and Android Auto, a manual driver and passenger seat, and heated front seats. Available features on higher trims include wireless Apple Carplay and Android Auto, a moonroof, heated steering wheel, a 9-inch touchscreen with navigation, wireless charger, leather-trimmed upholstery, and an 8-speaker audio system. In the rear seat, the HR-V does not have an armrest with cup holders. What you'll find in the door are bottle holders.
The Crosstrek is built on the Subaru Global platform and offers a comfortable, open, and spacious cabin. It's well laid out and practical. The Crosstrek comes standard with a 6.5-inch touchscreen, available 8-inch, a 4.2-inch multi-information display, available 6.3-inch, standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a manual driver and passenger seat, cloth seats, available premium cloth, all-weather upholstery, and leather. Orange and yellow accent stitching is also available depending on trim levels. Available features include a moonroof, a power driver seat, heated steering wheel, navigation, and an 8-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. There are some features that Crosstrek is missing that the HR-V has available: wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a wireless charger. The Crosstrek, on the other hand, has an available power driver's seat, which the HR-V in Canada does not have. It is available in the US on the HR-V top trim.
So you just look at the HR-V dashboard. It's the new kid on the block. It's just come out. It's got the showbiz. It's got that honeycomb mesh thing going across. It looks really good. But what I'll say in favor of the Crosstrek is when you get in it and you touch it and you feel it, they've got a lot of soft touch materials everywhere. It's well put together and it's kind of old school logical with real buttons and switches, right?
Yeah, and the integrated touchscreen, which I know a lot of people like as well. Some are saying to me, like, why did Honda go with the tablet style on top of the dash? Well, that's what they did. The Civic has it. I actually think that the HR-V interior is quite lovely. I love the honeycomb trim. There isn't a lot of hard plastic throughout the HR-V either, which is impressive for this subcompact category.
The little tunnel where you put your smartphone in the HR-V, that's quite clever. So they spent all the money on the front and they didn't spend any in the back. No armrest, no cup holders. This is a 2023 model. What were they thinking at Honda?
Well, the Civic has an armrest in the rear, so I'm not really sure why you would create a crossover without an armrest and cup holders in the center. So here's the thing, I think some mistakes were made. It's a little bit weird. And then there's also some missing features. We're going to get into pricing, but the Canadian top trim pricing is quite high, and you're missing things like a power tailgate.
It's not quite high, hon. It's crazy high.
I think these features need to be there if you're going to charge that kind of money.
All right, we'll get into the space and then we'll get into the price.
The HR-V is over 3 inches longer than the Crosstrek, but the Subaru has over an inch more front row legroom. Second row legroom and space behind the second row winner is the HR-V. It offers just a little bit more space.
Let's start with pricing and the HR-V. The base front-wheel drive model in Canada is just under $29,000. In the US, it's just over $23,500. The first all-wheel drive in Canada is just over $31,000 and just over $25,000 in the US. The most expensive EXL Navi all-wheel drive HR-V in Canada is a whopping $37,000. In the United States, it's just under $29,000, much more realistic. Fuel economy is 9.4 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 7.8 on the highway. That's 25 miles per gallon city, 30 miles per gallon highway. The HR-V has not been rated for towing, but it comes with a 3-year, 60,000 kilometer or 36,000 mile warranty.
Here's the pricing for the Crosstrek. There's lots to cover here because there are so many trims and different engine options. Let's start with Canadian pricing. The base manual option starts at just under $25,000 Canadian, and the CVT is just over $27,000. The top trim of the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder is just under $36,000 Canadian. For U.S. pricing, the 2-liter 4-cylinder base model, the manual transmission, starts at just over $23,500. And the CVT is just under $25,000 US. The 2.5-liter top trim is just under $29,500 in the US. For fuel economy, the 2-liter 4-cylinder gets 8.5 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 7 liters on the highway. That's 28 miles per gallon city, 30 miles per gallon highway. The 2.5-liter 4-cylinder gets 8.8 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 7 liters on the highway. That's 27 miles per gallon city and 34 miles per gallon highway. The plug-in hybrid gets 2.6 liters equivalent combined. That's 90 miles per gallon equivalent combined. The Crosstrek can tow up to 1,500 pounds, and Subaru offers a warranty of 3 years or 60,000 kilometers, 36,000 miles.
So at the beginning of the year, we did our top 5 subcompact crossovers, and the Crosstrek we chose as our number 1 choice.
Yep.
Because of the pricing, especially for that 2.5-liter engine. It's not crazy expensive to buy it. It's got the great ground clearance. It's well put together. It's a nice driving car. Do you think the HR-V would crack the top 5, and would it come anywhere close to being our number 1 choice again?
Well, I don't think it would be our number 1 choice because it's just too expensive in Canada, but I definitely think it would crack the top 5. And here's why. It's a spacious subcompact vehicle. And for some families who don't care that much about the power, they just need a good city runaround to put car seats in the second second row and make it comfortable for passengers, the HR-V is going to be a big hit.
Yeah, and I like the design of the vehicle, the way you function with it. I remember when I picked it up, I was getting in and out of it. Everything was great, except for the silly no armrest in the back seat. It just makes no sense to me. But the rest of it, the design of it, the way they've made it on the inside is really well done, very well executed. And then they got to the accountants and they said, oh, can we charge a fortune for this? Which is what they did. And the Canada-US difference is whack.
And in Honda's defense, if there is a defense, there are none available. So they are kind of cashing in with the inventory shortage right now. I think the model to get for the Crosstrek is that outdoor trim in Canada. It is priced under $33,000. It looks good, and it has all the extra features that I would want.
But the outdoor model doesn't get the sunroof.
No, it doesn't get the sunroof, but whatever. What am I going to do, right? I mean, I could go right up to the Limited, right, and get the sunroof.
I love
it.
But
I like the rugged good looks of the outdoor trim.
Oh, I thought you meant me. Okay. All right, I think we're all done here. Tell us what you think of each of these. The Crosstrek is an absolute monster in the marketplace. The HR-V, I think, will do very well for those who just don't care about the price. I think it's going to sell quite well. So write below and tell us what you think. What else do they need to do? You
need to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when all of our videos drop, and then you can watch them. And follow me on Instagram at Motormouth_Andrea. I give a sneak peek of what's coming up on the channel every week.
All right. And when will we see them next?
We'll see you next week.